Hi, and welcome to Wisdom with Grace Yoga. My name is Sophie, and on this channel, I am your manifesting yogini. Today, I have maybe a controversial topic. I was inspired to create this practice for you based off another YouTuber who was requested yoga for weight loss and responded with a video saying that she doesn't promote yoga for weight loss. I too do not promote yoga for weight loss, nor do I promote yoga for body positivity. I only promote yoga for freedom to have life experiences you choose. We're free to also have our desires, and we're allowed to have our desires. And yoga is one way we can experience the body, and changing your body's weight is another way we can experience the body. I titled this video Release Weight Instead of Lose because words are important when you are manifesting, and the word loss can have negative memories associated with the word. It can also imply it can be found again. I also want this not only to include weight from the body to be able to release, but any emotional or anything otherwise that is weighing heavily on you. So personally, full disclosure, I have manifested weight loss a couple times in my life, significant weight loss, and I've also dealt with eating disorders and body dysmorphia. I grew up in the 90s when body shaming was prevalent, so that was pretty typical. And the best weight I can tell you that I've ever lost is the weight of other people's opinions. I've manifested weight loss through conventional means, diet and exercise, and one thing I learned from that was that it uses a lot of control and structure, and that's really what drew me to it. And manifesting with grace means to me letting go of control. You're not controlling anything on the outside, and the outside isn't controlling you either. It is about being at one and in harmony with nature and the universe and moving within the flow. So that's why I think manifesting and yoga is a more gentle and harmonious approach to weight loss compared to conventional methods. I have a mindful practice for you today, so maybe put on some quieter music or no music today. And when you're ready, we'll be using a couple blocks. I have a blanket and a couple blocks. And when you're ready, let's begin. So find yourself in a comfortable, easy seat. I'm sitting up on a blanket today. Try to find a bolster, a pillow, or something to prop the hips up a little higher than the knees, so we find some ease here through the spine. And we're going to work on Surya Mudra today. I love mudras for their accessibility and inclusiveness to all body shapes and sizes. And so they're just as beneficial as the postures themselves. The hands are said to be associated with different energy centers in the body. So they're wonderful for this type of practice. And so whenever we do a mudra, we always want to warm the hands up. So bring the hands at the heart and generate some heat. Surya Mudra also creates heat in the body. It is said to also help release, along with releasing body fat, it is said to help lower cholesterol in the body. It also can help aid in depression. It's said to help increase energy as well. So once your hands are all warmed up, bring your thumb right on top of the nail of your ring finger, like so, and then placing your hands, just rest them on the thighs, palm facing up. And just checking in with the body, settling in here, noticing any places where you may Be holding on to some unnecessary effort here. See where you can release through the jaw, maybe the shoulders or the back. And eyes may stay open or closed if you feel safe. And we'll just be here for a few minutes in meditation. It is recommended to practice this mudra for 5 to 45 minutes a day. So we'll just stay here for a few minutes and maybe incorporate it in our practice today. Checking in with the breath, not changing it, just noticing. Is it steady or smooth, deep or shallow breaths? Just notice here. Observing how just observing the breath perhaps begins to change it. Perhaps it becomes a little smoother, breathing a little deeper. And feeling into the hands, into the mudra. Try to maintain your focus there. And if your eyes are closed, coming behind the eyes, gently flutter them open and release the hands, maybe stretch out the fingertips. Bring your hands into fists and rotate the wrist joint a few times in one direction and then the other. And from here, we'll meet in a child's pose. Moving the blanket out of the way, bringing the knees apart to create some space, toes together, hips draw back towards the heels, and reaching the palms forward. Forehead to the mat. You can also place the forehead on top of the hands if this is too much in the shoulders. And taking a moment here to set your personal intention for class today, whether that's weight release in the body, weight release in something else in your life experience, or your emotional body, your mental body. And I like to add that you set the intention with a himsa, which translates as non-harming. So we always want to manifest with the intention for our highest fulfillment, our highest good, and highest purpose. Our best health and harm to none. And once you've set your intention for class today, coming up to hands and knees and just moving through some gentle cat-cows. An invitation to come to your forearms for cat-cow today. And inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, moving with breath. Belly drops, gaze lifts, exhale, round. Moving with the entirety of the spine, the upper back, the mid back, the lower back. One more round. And from here, we'll make our way into a dolphin pose. So tucking the toes under, you may want to walk your knees a little farther back behind the hips first, and then pressing the hips up into a dolphin. From a dolphin, you might need to walk your feet back a little bit, and shifting forward into a forearm plank. Release the thighs to the floor, the belly into a sphinx pose. So in our sphinx, you can take a peek down. The elbows are right underneath the shoulders, and I just like to walk my hips back a little here. Chest pulls forward, and keeping the head and gaze forward here in your sphinx. Breathing here, feeling the belly rise and fall. You may also breathe into the upper back. Are you able to breathe into not just the front side of the torso, but the back of the torso? From here, we'll do an exercise for the sciatic nerve. And I like this for mindfulness as well. So inhale, the gaze lifts, and we'll lift just the right leg up off the floor. As you lift, think of lengthening it. You may feel a little buzziness in the low back. That's your sciatic nerve. As you do this, exhale, the chin comes down. Inhale, chin lifts, and the left leg lifts. Exhale, chin down. Inhale, right leg, chin lifts. Exhale, chin comes down. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, chin falls down. And one more round. And then right back to your Sphinx pose. Tuck your toes under, tuck the chin under, lift the rib cage, lift the belly, lift the thighs, and lift the legs back into a plank. Exhale, press the hips back into dolphin. And we'll do that a couple more times. Inhale forward into plank. Release the thighs, release the belly. Chest pulls forward. Exhale, chin tucks under, lifting the chest, the belly, the thighs, the knees, and right through to dolphin. Exhale, come forward. Thighs, belly, chest pulls through. Inhale, exhale, lift, tuck the chin, lift the rib cage, lift the belly, lift the thighs, and press the hips back. Exhale, come forward into plank. Release the knees, the thighs, the belly, and the chest pulls forward. From here, let's place one hand on top of the other for a pillow for our forehead. Bring the legs out wide apart, bend the knees. Sway the knees, the feet to the left. As you do that, look to the right, and then back to center. Feet to the right, look to the left. Moving back and forth like this. Massaging out all the heaviness in our thoughts today. And releasing the feet back down. Bring your hands by your side and press back up and right through to a child's pose. From your child's pose, lift the torso up slightly and we'll thread the needle from here, reaching the left arm underneath the right armpit. And pressing through the right hand back to center and do the other side. Right arm underneath, threads underneath the left armpit. And pressing the left hand up. Coming to your knees. Standing on your knees, step the right foot forward into a low lunge, pressing the hips forward and then down. Gently lifting the left hip bone up slightly. And we'll find that mudra again in our hands. So placing the thumb on top of the ring finger nail, reaching the fingertips up in Surya Mudra. Exhale, release the hands out of the mudra. Bring the hands right through to heart center and twist to the right. Inhale, returning back to center. Bring the hands to the inside of the right foot. Right foot comes out slightly. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, and step the left foot to the outside of the hands and sit down into a Malasana Yogi Squat. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands, tuck the chin under, lift the hips, and heel toe the feet in for a forward fold. If you need a little bit more space here, you can always widen out the feet. And hopefully you have an empty stomach this morning, or you haven't eaten for 2 to 3 hours, which is recommended for yoga. Especially with this mudra, it's suggested not to have any food because it stokes the digestive fire. So press through the feet, bring your hands out to the side. Inhale, rise up to Tadasana, perhaps a gentle arch back, and hands through to heart center, and by your side, Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bow forward over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping the right foot back, placing the right knee down, right back into our low lunge. So press the hips slightly forward and finding Surya Mudra here. Inhale, exhale, hands through to heart center and twist to the left. Open up the arms and reach the right hand to the inside of the left foot. Tuck the back toes under and lift the right knee up off the floor into a low lunge twist. Pressing through the right hand to deepen the twist a little more. Inhale. Exhale, release the left hand to the inside of the left foot. Walk yourself over to the long edge of the mat to a wide-legged forward fold. From here, walk yourself over to the back edge of the mat, stepping the right foot back to meet the left into a down dog. Inhale forward into a plank. Drop the knees down and release the elbows to the floor. Walking the knees back, tuck the toes under, and lift the hips into your dolphin. Inhale forward into forearm plank. Release the thighs, release the belly. Heart pulls through, gaze lifts. From here, if you want to deepen your cobra pose, you can walk the hands out to the outside of the mat and maybe press and straighten through the arms. From here, you release the hands wherever you are and just lift the torso up off the floor. Hands are not putting any weight in. And exhale, press the floor away either onto your knees or plank. Exhale, press back, down dog. From here, lifting high onto the balls of the feet, press back to the hips, gaze to the hands. From here, stepping the feet to the hands. If that's too hard for you, you can always walk the hands to the feet. Small steps or big steps, traveling to the front of your mat. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it deep. Press through the feet. Inhale, rise with a flat back all the way to standing. And perhaps a gentle back bend when you arrive. Exhale, hands through to heart center. By your side, Tadasana Mountain Pose. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. Stepping back with your left foot, you can keep the knee lifted here. And placing the left hand down, right hand reaches towards the ceiling. Releasing both hands to the inside of the right foot, turn yourself over to the wide edge of the mat into your wide-legged forward fold. Hands to the hips, squeeze the elbows in, and inhale, rise up to a 5-pointed star. So I thought we work on Ardha Chandrasana today, half moon. I like this pose because it helps me feel lightness in my body. So if it's difficult for you to find balance here, please bring your back to a wall and do this against a wall. That's absolutely a great way to practice. If your balance is steady and good, you can come right through to a warrior 2 from here, gazing over the right hand. Flip the right hand up, reach the right fingertips forward, reverse your warrior. And from here, we'll reach the right hand forward, find a block if you have tighter hips. I like to use a block here. And then with the hand to a block, float the left leg up into your Ardha Chandrasana. Think about tightening the left leg by creating some energy through that left foot. Tight as light. And then softening through the right knee, step back right through to your 5-pointed star. And if you want to move the block to the other side, we'll practice that on the other side. So come right, just start warming up in a warrior 2. Flip the left palm, reach the fingertips forward, up and back, reverse your warrior. Inhale, exhale, reach the left fingertips forward, find the block or the earth. And floating the right leg up. Keep that left leg bent as much as you need here. That can help to open the hip. And think tightening the lifted leg to create some lightness here. Releasing the right foot down. Step back into a down dog. Inhale forward. If you need to drop the knees to drop the elbows, go ahead. Otherwise, just come right down to your elbows. Lower the thighs, the belly, and the chest pulls forward. We'll finish with a quad stretch here. So walking the hands to, walking the left hand in, the right hand bending through the right leg and reaching, maybe finding the right foot. If you don't, you can always grab a strap around the foot. If you want more here, you can bring the left hand slightly to the left and press into the floor here. Maybe you can crawl the fingertips forward and elbow to the ceiling. That's not really in my body anymore. It used to be. That old used to be's. Release the right foot down. I don't have anything wise to say about that. Except comparison is the thief of joy. So don't compare yourself to where you were yesterday. There you go. There's the wisdom. And to the left knee. Reach for the left foot. And maybe elbow points towards the ceiling. If you want more, you can press through the right hand. Inhale, exhale, release the left foot down and press back through to a child's pose. Inhale, exhale, walk your hands up and come to a seat. Reach the feet forward, fingertips forward, and slow motion, lower all the way down to the earth. Walk the soles of the feet to the mat and gently lift the hips. Drop over onto the right glute and draw the knees into the chest and over to the right hand side. Arm may be spread out, arms may be spread out into a T. And also, I like to use the right hand onto the left knee to add a little bit more weight through the stretch. But we are not adding weight today, we are subtracting weight. So maybe play with releasing the hand if that's something you always do. Engaging the core to draw the knees into the chest and place them back down. I like to lift the hips and then rock over onto the left glute, and knees come back into the chest from there and over to the left, and just allowing the belly to be soft. And if you always add your hand for added weight here, an invitation to just let it be by your side. See what it feels like to be a little lighter, and gazing towards the right fingertips. Allowing the belly to relax and soften with each breath. Engaging the core, slightly drawing the knees back to center, hugging the knees into the chest and bringing them out wide, finishing with a happy baby. So reaching in between the knees, grabbing the big toes or just the inside of the hamstrings if you're a little tighter, a little looser. Maybe you can grab the outer edges of the feet, but try not to do a sit up here or lift your shoulders really high to get there. The objective of this pose isn't to reach your feet, it is to have a nice flat neutral spine on the floor. It's a nice release for the back. And release the feet for your Shavasana. Please don't skip Shavasana today. It is one of the most important and challenging postures. If you would like a guided Shavasana, I will have some links in the description for you, as well as a guided meditation for body acceptance, because anything that we're not in acceptance of first, we're in resistance of, and what we resist persists. So please accept your bodies where they are now, and take care of yourself. Thank you for allowing me to guide you in your practice today. Namaste.